Assalamu alaikum, grade 10 students. The third question on bearing. In this question, we have four hotels P, Q, R, and S, and the diagram is already drawn. This diagram is showing us the location of four hotels P, Q, R, S. The data is given and it has already been labeled on the figure as well. The bearing of Q from P is 065. This bearing is 65 degree, and this is the bearing of Q from P. From P means north is drawn on P, and we have to move in clockwise direction until we reach the line that is joining P and Q. So this is the line. So this is 65. The marking of bearing is very important. First, you have to mark the bearing, and then you have to find out how much angle that would be. So the next bearing is given as R from Q. Again, you can check the concept. From Q means you have to draw your knot at LSA knot draw हुआ है already, और since the bearing is 210, so we have to move in the clockwise direction. Clockwise direction में वहां तक move करेंगे until we reach the line that is joining point Q and R. So this is the line. The ये bearing again. This has been mentioned 210. And the other three things is PQ is 500 meters, SQ is 335 meters, and PQS angle is 90 degrees. So this is basically a right angle triangle, since one angle is equals to 90 degree. And the first part, only two parts of this question. The first part is we have to find the angle PQR. Angle PQR means we have to find angle P starting from P, then going to Q, and then R means we have to find the smaller angle, and the bearing is given. So we have to use some concept over here. We have to find this angle first, and in order to find this angle, I know I can see that there are two knots already been drawn. So I can use the concept which I used in the previous question, that is, I can use these two angles. I know that these two angles will be the supplementary angles, because they are the inside angles. This is one knot and this is the other knot, and this is the line joining the two knots. So the two angles, this 65 and this angle which I have marked with the red marker, these two basically angles will be the supplementary angles, and I know that supplementary angles are those angles which give us a sum of 180. So I will just subtract 180. The one pair is 65, so I will just subtract 180 and 65. This red angle is basically 115, and since this is a complete 360 angle, I can mark it with a green line. This angle is a 360 angle starting from here and going back to here again as well. This is a 360 angle, and I know that this part is 210 and this part is 115. So what will I do? I will just subtract these two angles from 360 to get the smaller angle. So I will just write 360 is the complete total angle, and what will I do? I will just subtract the parts. One part is 210 from here till here, so I will subtract 210, and the other part is 115, so I will just subtract 115 as well to get the smaller part angle, which is basically angle PQR. So I will just need the help of my calculator. 360 minus 210, and the answer is 150. Again, I will subtract 115 from it, so I am getting an angle of 35. So this small angle, this angle PQR, is turning out to be 35 degrees, and I just use the concept of a complete angle at a point, which is equals to 360 and plus the supplementary angle concept. So angle PQR is 35 degrees, and the next part is calculate the shortest distance from P to QR. And shortest distance means, I told you in the previous lessons that whenever this word shortest distance come, we calculate the area first, and then by calculating by using the area, we find out the height of the triangle, because this shortest distance is basically the height of the triangle. So the problem in this question is that I cannot find the area of this triangle because I have only one angle and one side, and I cannot use the area formula, because in the area formula I need two sides and one included angle. So I will be telling you a different method in this question to find out the shortest distance. And since the shortest distance means a perpendicular line, so I will just draw a perpendicular line from P to QR. So I will just draw a straight line, a perpendicular line from P to QR, and I will try to make it as straight as possible. So this is the shortest possible distance. This is the straight line, the perpendicular line. And since this is a perpendicular line, so this is basically a right angle triangle. And I just need to find out this distance. And in this triangle, in this right angle triangle, I know this angle and I know this side as well. So just mark the side so that I can identify which ratio I can use. Since this is the hypotenuse, this is the 90-degree angle. The side which is opposite to the 90 degree is called the hypotenuse. So this side is the hypotenuse. And since this is the angle and the side which is opposite to the angle is called the opposite side, so I need to find the opposite side, and hypotenuse has been given. So the ratio of opposite and hypotenuse is basically the sine. So I will just use sine. Angle is given as 35, so I will use 35. Sine 35 is equals to opposite side. I have to find out opposite side is basically the shortest distance from PQR. So I will just write O for opposite, and the hypotenuse is given as 500. So I will just write 500 in the denominator. And since I have to find the shortest distance, which is basically the opposite side, is equals to sine 35 multiplied by 500. Because this 5 is being divided on this side, it will go on the other side and get multiplied. So sine 35 multiplied by 500, and we'll use my calculator now. Sine 35 is equals to 0.5735 multiplied by 500, and the shortest distance is coming out as 286.78, and I can round that off to 287. So the shortest distance is basically 287 because it was almost 286.8, so I just rounded off, and the unit is basically the meter. So this is the shortest distance from P to QR, and this is a new method of finding it because I cannot use the old method. I cannot find the area of this triangle. So that is the answer of the second part.